Muy buenas a todos y bienvenidos de nuevo a Greedfall. Vamos a continuar por donde lo dejamos. Habíamos salvado a unos herejes que realmente eran historiadores que habían descubierto que un tal San Lucius o algo así. Le hablaban desde el fondo del mar y
You have a
parecía
kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Pero bueno, veremos cómo se puede ir mezclando. Y aquí teníamos el uso de anillos o el uso de éxtasis. De momento de esto no vamos a tocar mucho porque no lo controlo, no sé exactamente. Esto es para hacer más daño con los anillos, eso sí. No podéis decir eso, me impacto de eso. Y esto es para que el éxtasis dura más. Es como que el éxtasis es la magia que habíamos puesto por aquí. Ahí está. Es el hechizo, ¿no? Y vamos a ver qué misión seguimos. Secundaria, la mercancía, caza herética, informar a un embajador. Vale, aquí tenemos que preparar esto, que hasta que no tengamos para mejorar nuestras habilidades. Ya no sé ni dónde está aquí. Que tenemos que coger ciencia de talentos. Ciencia, aquí está. Habíamos puesto una de intuición y aquí nos falta una de ciencia. Una de el siguiente punto es a nivel 5, o sea, hasta que lleguemos a tener un puntito de ciencia nos queda poquito. De momento vamos a seguir haciendo mis cosas. Y bueno, pues vamos a resolver esta de la derecha.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir Decided.
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you see...
Curse them! How could that...
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I wouldn't...
The bridge. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Lumina...
I must be going. Farewell.
May the light...
Aquí a los anillitos que no que más usamos. Paso de los maestros. Y los atributos, ¿cuándo? A nivel 4. Nos deja subir un puntito, que nos equivocamos en precisión, pero bueno. A ver, al final no hemos puesto misioncita. Vale, esta vez no tengamos ciencia nada, que es nivel 5, así que vamos a estar probando.
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you...
Have no fear.
Sí, la principal. A ver si lo promete.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Does the boy know anyone?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't...
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes,
Might I have a word with them?
as you wish, you'll find them over there.
Be back soon, Captain. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 death winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof, gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride.
Did Jonas seem troubled?
Maybe. For sure.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No.
Why would anyone want to snatch him?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy. Look, you think my story...
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his...
Thank you, Lara.
Habrá que hablar también con la chica, pero si la chica no fue antes, nos contará que lo vio borracho, que se quería ir o lo que sea, y que luego ya este le contó una historia que no le contó. Es el nuestro, o sea, es el mío. Voy a tener que ir vendiendo cosas. Ya empezamos a estar hasta arriba. Tengo 2 clientes nuevos, quieren ir a Olsar y los inquisidores les pisan los talones, lo que no me va a facilitar el trabajo. Creo que puedo meterlos en un barco sin llamar la atención, pero tendremos que andarnos con cuidado y espero que se muestren ser pacientes y discretos. Haré que se encuentren en el almacén de la capital donde los inquisidores nunca... Vale, Esto es lo de los ejes que has hablado. A ver, Flavia,
Good
¿qué
day.
me cuentas?
Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin.
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Your captain asked me to go.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do?
¿Qué puedo hacer por usted? A ver, bueno, a ver qué
What do
dice.
you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator and an excellent. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so
How
young.
old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet.
Ah, no, porque
If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one.
no está mal. A ver, ¿cuándo lo
When
voy
did
a
you
volver a
last
ver?
see?
2 days ago, in the evening.
Dos días.
We went over.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was some.
Why would that be? Give me your.
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't. When evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
Vale.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Luego parece como si hubiesen llenado el mapa de moneditas para nada. Claro, quedan 4, 3. A ver qué me cuentas.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back.
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken.
a kidnapping in my establishment. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big...
I see. An able-bodied man passes his time
Where might I find him at this time?
here. He would never give away his anything else.
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Ah, el borracho este.
Who are you? I don't recognize you.
Está infectado.
Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about... I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago. After visiting a young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew.
Yes, that does ring a bell.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with the kind of men you can round up for a few coins. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather, and I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immense.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Y la otra vez porque también había oído la voz de o sea que la otra tampoco había oído tanto. Lo que llevaba razón.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Hombre, pero es que la señora no sé si me interesa mucho. Yo quiero hablar con Fontaine.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade, and to what do I owe the honor of your visit?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps...
It concerns a delicate matter. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
¿En serio?
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
¿Y esto no me puede hablar más?
Excuse me, ma'am.
If you would be...
With respect...
Pues sí, vamos a ver qué dice lo de los contratos de los nautas. A ver si es cierto que sí. Pero vamos, si fuese cierto, ya nos habrían dicho, pues mira, mi familia ha encontrado.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you will...
Have no fear.
I'm still without...
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy.
Taken. Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a naught. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
Pide la información al señor Kunzi y descubre dónde está este millones.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the...
Don't worry. We'll find
I
him.
certainly hope so. Would you be in...
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some...
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no...
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain... Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they all... From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their
Are
children...
you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part, but Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for one?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. What counts most is that you bring the boy back. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Noto la atención de sirvienta. Me gustaría que preparara varias comidas y las llevara a los almacenes que tenemos en el canal. Mi marido tendrá que trabajar unos días allí con su ayudante y sus hombres. Así que asegúrese de suficiente comida para todos. Y sea discreta. No queremos que otras familias enteren lo que pasa.
This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek? Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Sir de Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Nauts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Nauts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
Carisma. A ver.
I looked into the contract that binds you to the Nauts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Nauts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story, don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Nauts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
¿A quién se le ocurre vender a su hijo y pensar que es una buena idea? Estoy viendo que me van a atacar.
Locked.
Who are you?
My name is de Sardet. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. My family is the Nauts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way it...
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother.
Luego aquí abrir cerraduras te sirve para un montón, porque vamos. A lo mejor estaríamos en el tendríamos sobrecarga de... Mira, por aquí también podemos ver. Vamos a salir por aquí.
Is your hat out? Welcome. It's such a pleasure to... Have you seen any...
A ver, la espada esta, que no la puedo usar. resistencia que nos sale esta. Pero sí, todo se puede utilizar. Botas flexibles, sí que sube
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
So, you still haven't found your cousin?
Have no... you do.
All we can do.
I do.
Right?
Be back soon, Captain.
Pues solo queda la mercancía que no lo tenemos. Y no tenemos, así que vamos a buscar a nuestro primo.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Aún así tampoco tenemos nivel.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his...
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age, hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that I hope.
What kind of damage are we talking about?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be...
If you can fix it, I'd be obliged.
That's not a small sum. I need to think about my options.
Oh, the father has forgotten to give his son his...
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
Necesitamos 4 tacos. O las 25 monedas, las 25 monedas tengo. Pero prefiero buscar los tacos. Que de hecho, los tacos los sacamos de aquí, desde... desde abajo. Vamos a buscar a ver si aquí tiene algo.
I don't have the key. Locked. Locked.
You'll find all
Habéis malestado esto. A la familia del rico que nos han provocado. Que hemos capturado y lo mataremos. Si no le pagáis las fotos que nos ha venido. Como no debe ser rellena de la calle sur del distrito de Ramos. Calle sur.
Selection, whatever you need.
Vamos a ver si esto es conectado. A ver, algo que me he encontrado por ahí, ¿sabes?
Captain, sir.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time.
Don't you be worrying now.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't
move out. Quick steps.
So you're back. Right then. What about our business?
We can guarantee that your merchandise will...
Thank you, Your Excellency.
The cargo shall make the voyage. But who will be in...
That shall be your next mission. Once he will give you new instructions. Until then. So you're back.
We can...
The car...
That he will till...
Vale, nos dice lo mismo que el gato. Sí, pero no.
It's blocked. It's blocked.
Aquí en la taberna.
If you had any idea who I am... Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
Do you hear that?
Yes, that's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
It's not possible just now. It's blocked.
This man is going to bring the guard out if you keep shouting like that. We should have gotten rid of him.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. Oh, he's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out, or gag him.
No hay nadie por aquí, ¿o qué? Vayamos, pues. tío aquí, aunque sea quitando la llavecita. Moneda, poción, munición y fuego. De armadura igual que el que tengo, pero me baja a 0 la defensa mágica y le sube la elemental. Me da un poco más igual. Que tengamos tanto elemental como la otra. Vale, pues vamos a ver aquí nuestro... ¿Sí?
Locked.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress.
Constantine, it's me!
My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you, I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Selecciona a Constantine desde la pantalla del interior y equipa a Constantine con su atuendo jugando con el viejo.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been the reasonable soul. Don't you think these brutes deserve a punishment?
Yes, without a doubt. But don't you think there are more pressing matters? Kurt?
It is your highness's decision to make. Whatever it is, I shall follow.
A ver, por abajo había una puerta que estaba... Por aquí habíamos entrado, tenía ciencia. Por ver el escrito ese, si no hemos tenido que ayudar al tabernero, al pobre tabernero.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out?
Sir? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tirfredi. I'm enchanted, Captain.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope...
Are you ready? Can we wait?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the...
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Tear Freddy. My isle! My new city!
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange,
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
Watch out! Take a step back, sir!
Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I had the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
el siguiente nivel, pero sí. Y aquí tengo 3. Vale. Voy a hacer daño con los anillos estos. Si no me va a crecer tampoco no puedo, pero sí. Me gusta mucho. Y el martillo este no hace de mierda. Otro anillo igual. Creo que se me ha reseteado todo. Estas son... Luz, esto para qué. Luz para iluminar. Vale. Pues yo creo que ya está. Ya nos podemos ir. A ver si nos factura algo. Pues yo creo que ya lo siguiente que nos queda es subir al bote y eso lo haremos en el siguiente capítulo, señores. Así que vamos a guardar. Ya nos hemos cargado un bicharraco que yo creo, como dice, estaba despistado. Cuando lleguemos a Nuevo Serín veremos a ver qué nos depara. Y nada, espero que os haya gustado y nos vemos en el siguiente. Hasta luego.